Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cupcakes and Coffee Conversations. It's another great day in the neighborhood, okay? And I am super duper duper excited. We have another amazing guest today. And as you guys know, you have to have your coffee, whatever that is, and your favorite cupcake along with the show today. So you guys can chime in, send it. Yes! You guys can chime in and you guys can call or send text through Facebook saying, hey, I got my strawberry cupcake. I have my pumpkin spice latte. I am ready. Okay? So, every Saturday we're here, same place, same time from 12 noon to 1 p.m. This is probably going to be your favorite hour of the day. My favorite hour of the day. So I'm super excited to have Bianca Octavia with Do It Yourself Her.
Yes.
I bet you got all of that, but I did.
Okay? You got it right. Good.
So welcome, Bianca.
Thank you. I'm really excited. I haven't seen you in a long time. So to see you in this way is like really fun and exciting. So thank you for having me.
No, I'm so excited. So you guys, let me just give you a little bit of background. The both of us were at what we call in Atlanta, it's a very artsy type centered place here in Atlanta where it's called Met Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So I had my studio there, Cupcakes and Coffee Art, and then she had hers right next door to me. So let me tell you, both of us kind of came. I got there first. She got there a little bit after. But let me tell you, their studio, when they came in there and that crew came in there, it was pink. It was just, I said, what is going? They're making me look bad. Like, what's happening here? And I would sneak over. You remember that? I'd be looking and y'all would sneak over.
I remember, but I would be peeking over at you too. We were looking at each other. I was like, oh, shit, what's going on over here?
But it was great. And then I found out that they were having like amazing like shows and all sorts of things. You guys even had a show on Netflix as well at one point, correct?
With the building?
Yeah.
So the actual guy who owned the building, he has a show that was set to air on Netflix, and he would go around the building filming different people. And I believe the day that you were talking about, he did stop by to come and film us. And I think we were really yes, I remember that night now, and we were very loud.
Yeah.
I remember that night.
That's how we met. And ever since then, I have been following and admiring Bianca for the incredible work that she has been doing. And she agreed to come on my show.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
I'm so excited. So let's get into a little bit of who you are, Bianca, how you came about as far as with the business. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am Bianca Octavia. So how you met me was, of course, in the building where we had our studios, and I was hosting DIY workshops for adult women. And I kind of like to call it home economics for adults because that's kind of what we were doing. So people were learning how to cook, people were learning how to craft, and just learning how to do basic household things, but also fun projects too. So that is called the Do-It-Yourselfer Workshop. And I'm no longer in that studio, but we are totally mobile. So you can have a girls' night with us. You can have, I've even done family reunions, corporate events. So I believe I have one candle making workshop coming up at the Gathering spot next week. Ooh. So I do crafting workshops, but that is the interactive part of my brand. I'm also online where I have my blog and I have videos. And then if you're in Atlanta, you've probably seen me on Atlanta and Company on NBC on, I believe it was Monday or Tuesday mornings. Since the pandemic started, it's kind of slowed down a little bit, but Mondays and Tuesdays on Atlanta and Company, and doing the same thing, doing like crafting segments, teaching people at home how to DIY. And I've also been on Life with Lynn Lilly. She's another crafting expert, just like me, but she has her own show too. And so that is a little bit about me. I wear many hats, but my love and my passion is for crafting and teaching other people how to do the same thing. So that's me, and that's what I do.
Awesome. Awesome. So how did this come about? Like, where did this passion come from? Did it start as a child or an adult, or was it passed down? How did this?
So I would say all of this was definitely passed down. So my mom has always been really creative. And when I was younger, she would involve me in like projects in the house. And it was really annoying at that time because she'd be like, it's Saturday, we're not doing anything. Let's go tile the bathroom floor. And I'm like, tile the bathroom floor? I'm like, tile the bathroom floor on a Saturday? So, and then she used to sew. She still sews. So, my mom had sewn dresses. When I was a baby, she created the entire bedroom set that was like in my bedroom. So, 50% of my creativity came from her. So, the domestic side of me. On the more handy side is my dad. He is a builder and he can literally build anything. So, and he draws. So I think the two of them combined, I always say, just created like a creative superbug. And that is how I got here. So when I was younger, it was just normal to me seeing them do all the stuff that they did. And so it was just like naturally in me. And then when I got older, especially in college, I started to realize how creative I was. And I think other people started to realize it too. But like I said, I grew up that way, so it was just normal. But in college, when I started like actually making stuff, people wanted to buy the things that I was creating. So I was like, wow, oh, this is a business. Yeah. I was like, so, okay, let me monetize this. And in college, how my creative brain just like totally opened and led me to where I am now is I started making these candles that look like food. So, yeah, so my entrepreneurial and my creative journey on my own outside of my parents started in college. And I was making candles that looked like food and people were buying them. And that's just how I made extra money. And making candles led me to doing so much more because this really showed me what I could do. And so I don't sell these candles anymore, but I still make them. And I just think it's really ironic that I'm on Cupcakes and Coffee because I started out making cupcake candles. Wow. And so if you see me looking away for a few seconds, it's because I'm making one in front of you guys. I'm going to be making a cupcake live. So that's me. And that is how I got here. And I would say my parents and candles led me to where I am now.
Wow. And tell me, where are we now? You know, with Do It Yourself Her, I know you had a vision going in, starting with the candles, and now it has expanded. You have a very large following. As you said, you're on specific different shows, things that such that you're involved in. What is current for Do It Yourself Her, and then what is the future to come?
So the do-it-yourselfer workshops, which is my overall brand, Bianca Octavia / do-it-yourselfer. So I am still doing my mobile workshop. So like I said, you guys call me, we book it, I come to wherever you are, and I literally will do it for any type of celebration. Right now, I am doing candle making, bath bomb making, welcome mat making, and tufting upholstery. So if there, of course, I do multiple crafts, but those are just the 4 basic things that I have listed out on my website right now. But if you have a craft other than what's listed in mine, we can definitely work together to try to create that. So that is the interactive and workshop side of what I'm doing. On the other side, right now, I've been so so many different parts.
Right.
So in addition to the workshops, because I am crafty and because I am able to make beautiful things on a budget, eventually, I don't know how, but I stepped into event styling because I'm able, I have the ability to make things beautiful. And when I say things, it's literally anything. So I
Mhm.
started like dabbling in event design, and people really started reaching out to me for that. So I just kept going and going, and next thing you know, I'm doing big events now, which
Yeah.
I never even planned to do. And then started doing that, and then next thing you know, I was like, okay, now I'm building props. So on top of styling events, I also do custom props for people.
Mhm.
So if you have an idea in mind, we get together and I let you know if I can do it. And if I can do it, I make it. So
Mhm.
I'm doing event styling right now, and actually more than ever, actually. With the pandemic, people are really trying to get more creative because you can't
Yes.
just go to dinner, and say, okay, all of my friends, we're gonna meet here, because some places won't let big groups gather. So
Right.
people are having to do stuff at home, and they're wanting me to come in and make their home beautiful and
And
transform it. So I've been doing a lot of small events and big events as well. And then a little more going back to the craftier side, I recently just partnered with Party City. So that has that has been taking up a lot of my time. So we do a lot of projects together.
Mhm.
So they give me a concept or a theme, and then I come up with the project and I execute it. And I return it back to them, and they post the projects on their website. So people like you, anybody,
Yeah.
can go on their website and find the step by step and the how to blogs and the step by step pictures for it. So, and one thing I'm really excited is tomorrow I'm going to Utah to represent them at the Pinterest conference. So,
I didn't know.
yes.
I God for the Pinterest. That's huge.
Yes, so I'm really excited. I'm nervous, and it's very surreal because 2 years ago, I think I applied and I got denied. But
Yeah.
this year, they reached out to me and asked me to come. So it's just like,
Oh,
yes.
I'm excited and so happy for
Yeah, thank you.
you.
So,
Serve all of it. Now let
yeah.
me let kind of touch on that a little bit. People, it's very hard to step out of entrepreneurship, because people want, okay, I have a stable job, what I'm making. I know, my benefits. Some who have families and kids and things, I can't do this right now. Oh, well, let me make sure that this side is better before, you know, talk a little bit about that and you and your decision on jumping out into entrepreneurship.
So, I have never been afraid to quit a job, which is a good thing and a bad thing. um, I take very big risks, and that's one thing that I really like about myself, but it's also one thing that I don't like about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so in 2015 or 14, I went to school for television. So that's what I was working in television. And I just didn't like it. And that was like around the time that people had actually started paying me to do things for them. And I was like, I don't need this. So I
Mm-hmm.
quit with no notice. I just left and I started working on my own company. And at that time, it was very irresponsible of me. Very irresponsible, but I did it and I'm glad I did it. And people always say if you just go for it, the rest will figure itself out. And it really does. I'm not gonna say it's not hard sometimes, but humans are just, resilient.
Mm-hmm.
And we just adapt to whatever is going on. So that is where I first started working for myself full time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
After about a year and a half of working for myself full time, I decided to go back into the corporate world. And
Mm-hmm.
I stayed in the corporate world for 3 more years. And then I was like, no. You did the right thing the first time. Why are you still here? So for about a year leading up to the point where I knew I was going to leave, I had the planning, and even at work, I was working on my own business, like just daydreaming, making plans, still building connections. Like I would sit at my computer in the office all day and be working on my website. So, so I was like, I don't belong here. And if you are really passionate about something and you know that you are good at it, it's not going to leave you alone. It's going to bother you every day until you do whatever that is. So I finally got to that point and I was like, okay, I'm out again. And ever since then, I have been going and going. And being an entrepreneur is not easy. It's not easy, not at all. And working for yourself full time is not for everybody. It is okay to still have a 9-to-5 job and still have your own business. And I do encourage it, especially if you have kids and you know your benefits are really, really good. But me personally, I just got to a point where working for them was interfering with what I was doing. I was only able to go past a certain point working for them too. So if I had never left, I would have never been on the TV shows that I've been on. I definitely would not be going to the Pinterest conference tomorrow because I would have had to put in PTO that would have got denied. So
yeah,
it's a hard process, but it is worth it once you get your flow. And once you get past like the kinks and the hard points, it's worth it. But it's not for everybody. It's not for the faint of heart.
Right. Beautiful. Okay, so I know that you're going to be making candles.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So I think my box just got cool. So I'm gonna bring this up a little bit so you can see. So this is a cupcake candle.
Wow.
Yep. And this is actually cupcake lining too. So this is all fake.
So that's cupcake lining as well?
This is just regular cupcake lining.
Wow. Okay.
And this is so easy to do. Like it looks hard, but it's really not. So, and a funny story really quick. Do you remember the photography studio that was inside of the Met, Slingshot?
Yeah.
I had these sitting out on my window one day and he thought they were real, so he took one. He came back. He came back and had wax all around his mouth.
No, he
told me I can't cook. He was like, you can't cook. I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, this cupcake is hard. I was like, it's a candle. I was like, that's why you gotta ask before you just take things. I guess he thought I was giving away cupcakes, and that's why they were sitting out there. But no.
And they're gonna come back and tell you can't cook.
Okay, so this is really, 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 really easy to do. So, and you know, if it's not detailed enough in this conversation here, I do plan to do a live workshop on Instagram in the next few weeks. So if you just follow me at Bianca Octavia, I will post that date so you can learn how to do this. So first thing you want to do is get a cupcake liner. I double it up. One liner by itself is not enough, so you want to double it up. And then I already melted some wax in front of you guys. So this is 100% natural soy wax. And when this candle melts, you can actually rub it into your skin as a moisturizer. So,
wow.
Yeah, so that's a really cool thing about natural wax. All right, so I'm going to take this wax and I'm going to pour it into the cupcake liner. And we're going to fill it to the rim. All right. And we are going to let that sit for about 2 minutes. Let it get hard. You can put this in the refrigerator and it will get solid a lot faster, but it's usually not necessary unless you're in a rush. So, and when we're finished, it's going to look like this. And I'll also show you how to make the frosting for the top. So that's just the base that we just poured in. So that's the base. And then the next thing we're going to do is make the frosting that's going to go on top. And it's going to look like real whipped cream. So I'm gonna melt a little bit more wax so that we can have enough of the frosting.
So is that half full with the wax? About halfway?
So no. So I probably so this cup that I have right here is 1 cup. So I use about a half a cup to make the frosting.
Okay.
And then I never really measure how much goes in the lining. I just stop when it's already full.
Got it. Okay.
Yep. So about half a cup to make the frosting for your cupcake. And that also depends on how big you're making it. So these are just regular size.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. So, all right.
This is so fun.
So it might take a second for this to cool off, so we can keep talking while this is cooling, but it won't take too long.
Great. So how long are you going to be at the Pinterest conference?
I am going to be there tomorrow through Saturday, but technically the conference is Friday through Sunday. My 2 lectures are on Friday and Saturday, so I'll be flying back home on Saturday. And what I will be doing is I'm going to be doing a demo on how to set up a Frozen 2 themed Thanksgiving table for kids. And then throughout, I've never seen Frozen 2, but don't tell them this. I gotta watch that tonight. So I can be prepared. Because I've seen Frozen 1, but I have not seen Frozen 2, so I can't let them see this interview. So when I'm not doing lectures throughout the day, I'm going to be in a booth doing DIY workshops. So we're going to be making DIY hats for New Year's, and then we're going to be making Christmas tree ornament placeholders. So you take an ornament and you turn it into like a name placeholder for your Thanksgiving dinner table.
Oh.
Yeah, so that is what we will be doing all weekend.
That is exciting.
Yeah, so this is going to be like my first time hosting in-person workshops again since COVID happened. So it's going to be really socially distanced. Everyone is going to be masked up with gloves on. So
yeah,
I'm excited to be back in person with
yes,
people in a safe way.
Right.
In a safe way.
Super safe. So, gosh, take stuff up there. How many bags are you taking?
So the good thing is Party City, because I'm just representing them, I'm just doing the craft for them, so they will have already had everything shipped by the time I get there. So when I get there, they're gonna have a staff, like a group of their staff. So I'll direct them and tell them how I would want it to look, but they're gonna be like the ones actually bringing the pallets in of all the stuff. So tomorrow we're gonna go through all of it, and then Saturday morning we set up. So
wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, I hope you're gonna remember to take pictures, but you're gonna be in a moment, you're gonna see all the stuff happening.
Yeah. Oh God. I hope I take pictures too, because I'm always too in the moment, and then I end up not getting what I want. But I'm sure that they're gonna have their people taking pictures. So, but the thing is, they probably don't know my angles. But I'll try to get as much as I can. Okay. The one in Atlanta was supposed to be here, but it got pushed back, so that one probably won't be till April. So if anybody likes Pinterest and like the craft, check back in April, because I think I'm gonna be hosting that one too.
Yeah! I will definitely love to come to the one in Atlanta. I love Pinterest, okay?
Yeah, I love Pinterest too.
All things Pinterest. When I say I'm looking for something, the first place I go is there to find. So
I agree. And Pinterest is just like a really useful life tool. Like, it can help you organize yourself. Like, I've organized like a lot of my house off of Pinterest.
Yes.
So yeah. And you can make money on Pinterest too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Okay, so this is settling. This is getting there. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give that about another minute. And
Okay.
then I think it'll be ready for me to stir it so I can show you guys.
So let's do yay, yay, yay. So as far as I know earlier we were talking about, entrepreneurship and things, how hard it is to just sometimes, just take that leap of faith and just go on out. What motivates you, Bianca?
What motivated me was, what did motivate me? Happy customers and clients.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
what motivates me. I love doing something for someone and then seeing them be happy and
Mm-hmm.
excited about what it is that I have delivered. And it's addictive. So the more I make people happy, the more I want to work. So I think wanting to make people happy is what motivated me to finally take a leap of faith.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't make the people that I want to make happy if I'm here all the time.
Right.
And it makes me unhappy to not make other people happy. So that is what motivated me. And honestly, just to be very blunt and honest, I am a horrible employee. It's the truth. Because I know that's working under I can work under someone, as long as we're like collaborating together.
Yeah.
But just working somewhere else, I don't give it my all. And I had to finally be honest with myself, and I'm just like, I'm just not a good employee. I can't care about your company the way that I would care about mine.
Right.
And I was finally honest with myself about that. So those two things combined, I think it was just like, go. So I just pushed myself out the burners. And at
Yeah.
first, I know my dad was like, this girl is crazy. but but he finally sees it now. So making my dad and my mom proud is and was another motivating factor. So just making them proud, making other people happy with the work that I deliver, and just being honest with myself that this is where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be doing are all three the motivating factors. And two, I started to realize that I inspire other people, which is still weird to me because I'm really shy and really quiet. So when I started realizing that, I was like, oh, okay. So I have to keep doing this. Like I can't get tired. So
Yeah.
I have to keep going and doing these things because the stuff that I'm doing is helping someone else to do the stuff that they're supposed to be doing. So
Mm.
I think those are all like motivating factors for me.
Purpose
So
and service. On most of my shows that I've been having, I've been talking with everyone about, not only just doing things to make money, but attaching service to it and your
yes.
purpose feel. That is the greatest feeling I think ever. I gave on another show gave an example of when I was, me doing the sipping paints, me doing, things like this is very cool, very fun. I love it. Even with the quarantine, like little thing, kids, all that stuff is great. But what really touched me was the service portion of it. Me being able to give back to someone and like as you said, and see, as you water that flower, it grows. And it's just
Mm-hmm.
awesome. And you just can't take that away, and you can't do that at a 9 to 5. You know,
Nah, you can't.
that feeling. So
Yeah.
it's great.
No, you can't. Yeah. And you just once you get really deep into whatever you do, you start to just kind of like get addicted, and it just becomes an obsession. So,
Yes.
so
Hey, this is
um,
my thing. Absolutely.
yeah. So this might take a little while to cool. I think
Okay.
I might have made it too hot, but that's okay. I can
Yes.
still show you how to do it anyways.
Yes.
So what happens is once this what I pour into the cupcake liner totally solidifies, you can take the cupcake wrapper off. So sometimes I just leave it in there because it doesn't matter. So here's one with the liner on, and here's one when you take it off. So once it gets totally solid like this, the other wax that we melted, which is in this pot right here, when you let it sit for a minute, it starts to look like frost. And right before it gets totally hard, you want to whip it really, really fast. Have you ever made like Alfredo from scratch? Or just some type of heavy cream? So you know how it's liquid, and then when you beat it for a certain amount of time, it starts to get fluffy and creamy? Same thing. Same thing. Nothing different. Yep. So you stir it, and then it kind of starts to, so there's not enough in this little pan, but it kind of starts to look like this, and I'll show you. I don't know if you can see this right here. Kind of looks a little flaky. I know that's not a lot, but it's no longer solid. It's like flakes. So what you would do is take those flakes, which would be a lot more of, and then this solid cupcake mold that we made, you would just take it and then just put it right on top.
Awesome.
And it won't be hot, so you can take your fingers and mold it. Mold it around. And you can put curves in it, like anything you really want it to look like. I try to make it look as natural as possible. And so once it is shaped and molded to however you want it to look, then you take some real sprinkles. I don't use fake sprinkles. I get real sprinkles. And then I just sprinkle them on top. Let me bring this over here so you can see. I just sprinkle them on top. And then right before this gets totally solid, I just stick a cherry on top.
Oh.
And that's it. So this one kind of looks a mess because we didn't do it all the way. But that is what you get with the final product. So
it's so cool.
Yeah. And it costs less than $5 to do. You can get them out as birthday gifts and all type of stuff. And you can make them scented. That's a whole nother video episode.
I was about to say, like, are they scented and all? But you can make them that way.
Yeah. So you can scent them. I have all types of scents. I didn't put any in this one, but I typically like to do strawberry or chocolate. So those are the two scents I have. But some people want like non-food scented scent. So you can get as creative as you want to with these.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my God. That's the perfect candle. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
That is so fun and so cool. I think you guys like are enjoying this. And guess what you need to do? For further more shows like this, then where do they need to go and how do we get all of this, you know, to where they can follow you and all that good stuff?
Yeah, so I love Instagram because it's really visual. So if you want to follow me on Instagram for daily inspiration, DIY projects. Right now I'm doing a lot of balloon projects since I'm partnering with Party City right now, but I try to do balloon projects for each season and easy balloon projects that anybody at any craft and skill level can do. So you can follow me on Instagram at I'm Bianca Octavia for all of those projects. And before or at the beginning of the year, I plan to relaunch my YouTube, which I'm really excited about. So you can follow me on YouTube at I'm Bianca Octavia. So if you subscribe now, once I do launch all of the videos, you'll get a notification that it's live. And so I really love Pinterest too. So, but Instagram kind of mirrors Instagram. So Instagram, Pinterest again at I'm Bianca Octavia. So all of my platforms are I'm Bianca Octavia. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. Let me tell you something. I am super duper over the top proud of you. Okay, with all of your black magic and everything that like, and to be able to, you know, everybody has their place. Everybody has what they're supposed to be doing. You know, now and the fact that God gave you this gift to just beautify things. You know, make everything look and feel amazing and look amazing. It's just like, you know, how God gives us the trees and he gives us the sky, the blue skies, and he gives us the green grass. It's still in concept of just making things beautiful and amazing. That's just a great gift, and it's a great thing to have. So I absolutely appreciate you. You're amazing. And we will make sure you guys make sure one more time, just let them know that and then as far as like your workshops, will they be able to go on Instagram, to go on your website to sign up for those?
Yes, so you can also, which I forget about, I'm sorry, you can also go directly to my website, BiancaOctavia.com. And you can book workshops directly through my website. So you'll see the different workshops that we have up right now. And usually the base rate is $35 per person. And you have to have a minimum of 10 people right now, but no more than 10 people, unless you plan to have a large space where everyone is really spaced out. So you can go on my website now and book those directly through there. And any of my services, you can inquire about them through my website. You can read the different details and then just shoot me an email and we'll get together and talk about it.
Yay! I love it.
Thank you,
Bianca Octavia, for coming
Thank you.
Hey.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I'm very happy and proud of you as well for your show. So I'm excited about it. And I can't wait to see all the ones that you do for the rest of the year.
Yes, I'm excited too. But thank you so much. So, Cupcakers, this is another great show, another great time with Do It Yourself Her with Bianca Octavia. And we'll be here, same place, same time, next Saturday, 12 noon to 1 p.m. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.